As I look upon you with strength and a heavy heart, I struggle with where to start. Maybe with a new appointed leadership to this country and how it has left us with an uncertainty. Women and men of color being murdered right in front of our eyes by an evil entity in disguise trying to hypnotize and control the mind of those unawakened by the truth around us all, the smile of the systematic oppression that has been our downfall. We struggle with the affirmation of each other. Reason, we are killed by our brother. We have been trained to be divided in order for our racist country leaders to conquer. However, missing the prime ingredient though, intersectionality and the affirming of her. The affirming of her. Us, the queens of this nation, have been put through enough deviation. Grandmothers, daughters, mothers, aunts, and sisters, dying senselessly by the hand of Mr. Massa is what we used to call him when we needed him. We didn't realize he needed them. And now that we realize we are them, they and she, this will be the time we unplant our feet. This will be the time we bear our roots. This will be the time we unfasten our boots and feel Mother Earth between our toes in order to connect with those. Disconnected from reality because they have been trained to not see what we see. And that is the misappropriation of intersectionality. My brothers and sisters, I'm here today to show you what democracy looks like. Say her name, dry her eyes, and prepare her for the fight. For there is work to be done, and it won't be done overnight. I affirm you, and all of you. For I know you affirm me too. For with every breath we take, from every step we make, we must protect our sister, while educating Mr. For every great man, a woman with presence. And she is not to be treated as a slave or a peasant. Dearest community, as we say her name, we affirm the bloodshed that will not happen in vain. For Lady Liberty's Day, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. As we stand together, we will continue to stand in solidarity.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Coming to you real quick. Getting ready to head out, but I just wanted to do another video for y'all real quick, and just to discuss real quick. You know, we talk about, and first of all, before I start this video, I want to just give a respect and solidarity to my trans sisters of color that I have lost around the country. For I know that my life is not guaranteed, you know, every day as a trans woman of color. And I walk in my steps proudly, and I walk in my steps strongly, you know, every day, just knowing the times we are in now when it comes to trans women of color, you know, myself and my sisters and my younger sisters, my baby sisters that have to, you know, grow up in America. So, you know, we talk about, you know, a lot of our sisters dying, but we're not really being verbal about who is killing us. And the fact of the matter is that it is a high rate that African American, Black, cisgender men are killing us. We have to deal with the police as well. That's another factor within it. However, the cases that have been going around lately has been by Black cisgender men, and I don't even want to hear up under them comments, oh, they was out here tricking them and fooling them and not telling them their gender identity, because that's everyone's excuse to go to. No matter if that was the fact or not, it's still not okay for a life to be lost. Okay? So I want to be, you know, clear on that. It's still not okay for a life to be lost. But what we do know is, and I know as a trans woman of color, in the times that we live in now, that we are being honest with these men. There's no reason for that we have to lie to these cisgender men. You know, it's a lot of the DL men that are attacking us, but they are lovers of us as well. And it's ironic how, you know, a trans lover will turn around and kill a trans woman. A man's ego is dangerous. Let me tell you something. A man's ego is dangerous, like dangerous. And that's something that man is going to have to, you know, gather within himself and learn within himself to accept himself, and, you know, to understand, his orientation or identity, or, you know, whatever it is that that man is struggling with sexually, you know, is key to this. And not to let people, you know, never, what I want to say to the guys out there, you know, who are afraid, because this fear is turning these men into murderers. The fear is turning these men into murderers. And what I want to say is, don't let nobody, can't nobody in this world tell you what you are. Can't nobody in this world define who you are. What we have as human beings, is the ability to determine who we are. We identify however we want to identify. You know, that's the power we have as human beings, and nobody can take that away from you. Stop letting that stereo or the jokes and the stuff people say, you know, take love away from you, you know, or take the feeling of, you know, being around an intelligent trans woman, beautiful Black trans woman. Don't let that deter your relationship status and what you want to do with your life. I meet a lot of men, and I've met a lot of men back in the day, you know, when I was doing, when I was escorting and doing sex work. And I've met a lot of husbands. I've met a lot of boyfriends in heterosexual relationships that express a feeling of wanting to get out of it, of wanting to be able to be with a trans woman, or, you know, be with another, the same sex, or, you know, a different sex, whichever, but afraid of the backlash they will get. And what I've heard specifically from cisgender women, they're afraid of that backlash from cisgender women. So it all circles around, you know, to this this messy pot of madness, you know, but that is causing us lives. That is causing us lives. And we have to be visible to this. We have to acknowledge this. We can't ignore this. I know we are in a time where we are trying to come together inclusively as a people. So for us to come together inclusively as a people, we have to address this issue too, that these brothers is out here killing us. You know, these brothers is out here killing us. And we need to come to some sort of terms of education and understanding in the deepest of hoods. Even though, you know, they should already be aware, you know, what's going on. That has been a part of, you know, our Black community for a long time. Although, you know, deep within in the hoods and the urban communities, a lot of cisgender people aren't educated on what being transgender is. They're not educated on what gender nonconforming is. They're not educated on those pronouns and such. So if we're going to open a door for education to flourish within there, there's going to have to be a safety aspect as well. There's going to have to be a respect boundary as well. You know, as adults coming together and having that conversation. Or educate yourself, you know, look it up, Google, you know, all that stuff is out there that you can do to educate yourself about trans women, trans men. You know, we shouldn't still be, you know, as people in the cisgender community still approaching trans people like, what is that? You know, we have a world full of education now, you know, at the palm of our hands and our phones, for instance, you know, so there's a chance to learn. So I think we need to keep this dialogue open and keep it, you know, keep it real that this is happening, you know, and these brothers is out here killing us. It's gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad where, you know, dating for me has been like, you know, it's like I've been on chill mode like for a good long time, about maybe 5 or 6 months now. I've been real distant with my brothers. And, you know, I love my brothers, you know, but I've been real distant with them. And it's because of that, you know, that fear that, you know, and not only the fear, you know, that along with that, the other stuff that comes along with that, you know, that our brothers need work on when it comes to dealing with trans women of color. So, a lot more brothers that date trans women openly need to start speaking up. You need to start holding these brothers accountable. You know, us Black trans women, you know, we can only do so much. We can only say so much to these brothers. Y'all gonna have to start holding y'all brothers accountable. Y'all gonna have to have a little a trans lover meetup group or something and come together and make a plan on how to defend us, how to help us. We out there and we support y'all and we defend y'all. We move you in, we pay your bills, we buy your shoes, we do all this extra stuff that we shouldn't be doing anyway, you know. But it happens. We do it. We do it from time to time, you know. But y'all need to start coming together as a collective and having a conversation on how to protect us Black trans women as well, you know, because in a lot of instances, y'all brothers dealing with us trans women, we have your back. We have your back through thick and through thin. And y'all know that. Y'all know that. My sisters know that. Because we the ones out there going through this extra stuff with y'all. So y'all need to, and being your therapist as well. Being your therapist through the relationship. Because you're still trying to figure out what you want and what you want to do. You know, and whether that's a relationship or friendship, whatever. You know, teaching. So y'all need to come together as a collective, you know, because it's apparent that it's happening. We know that it's happening. So as long we have to, you know, keep paying attention to that and be visible to that. Y'all come together as a collective, have us come together as a collective with the right mind, not coming in collective, you know, in the thought of any type of sexual activities, because, you know, cisgender men, y'all really need to stop like sexualizing us. You know, y'all need to gain some respect for us, you know. So y'all need to come together as a collective and, you know, get down to this and stand up as men. That's, you know, that's what we've been requesting as trans women for a long time, you know. So, and I know it's a deep-hearted, rooted tabooed relationship with cisgender men and trans women, for those who are not comfortable enough with themselves to be open, you know, about that. However, again, for those brothers that are and have gotten to that point and have gotten to the point of their life, and I'm not just saying cisgender brothers, I'm talking about my trans brothers too, because, you know, that, come on now, that's a part of the mix. That's a part of the mix. So we need our brothers, you know, really standing up for us, to protect us and be with us and stand by our sides to fight this shit that is going on around the country. You know, with the bigotry, the discrimination, you know, all that stuff. All that stuff. So, you know, I just wanted to throw this video here. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I hope everybody have a good night. About to head on over to this fundraiser for sisters, which is really good. So I'm gonna get out of y'all here, and I bid y'all adieu. Please be sure to go to our Facebook page, and I'll put it down here. It should be popping up right there. Sisters PGH, and on Facebook, follow our Twitter at Sisters PGH. Also check out my Facebook page at Steora Thomas. And, you know, just keep up with the videos. This is my personal vlog, you know, vlogger page, you know, that I've been using for some years and just getting back up on it. Check out our videos, get to know what I'm doing, get to know what our board of directors is doing, you know, in the community of Pittsburgh. So, thank y'all for watching again. And again, let's be visible to what's going on, y'all. Let's be visible. Let's not keep hiding the truth, you know, of what's going on. So, yeah. All right, y'all have a good night. God bless. Mwah.